This is Flagler Credit Union Stadium in beautiful Boca Raton, Florida. And while today is the final home game of the season for one team, it is more importantly a celebration, Senior Day. It's the Florida Gators and the Florida Atlantic Owls. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's check in with our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
Thanks, guys. The Florida head coach told me before the game, this is exactly what they expected when the season started. They knew they had to go to the transfer portal, and the quarterback they got has lived up to every expectation. He has shown great leadership, composure, and poise in every moment. But not only that, he has really shown that he can get it done on the field. Late in this season, he's taking them to where they thought they could go. And he has got to get off to a quick start here today to keep that momentum going. Back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. So Florida's offense has the ball first today. And now we take our first look at the explosive veteran Eric Singleton. He's going to get plenty of targets. In fact, this ought to be one of the better wide receiver matchups you'll see. Offense working from the pistol. They'll start on the ground with Jaden Ball. And he's brought down, but a flag is also down. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Handoff for Ball. Can't get him to the ground. Never underestimate the power of moving forward and creating breathing room as they mark it at the 17.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
They'll need a bunch on second down. Motion from the wideout. The fake and wants to throw. On the move. He'll pull it down. They make the stop, but what a job on the scramble to get loose and pick up that first down.
This is why everybody grows up and wants to be an offensive coordinator and not a defensive coordinator, because he can do that. He drops back, he's supposed to pass, but you know what? I'll just scramble around, and I'll just go get plenty of yards and pick them up and put them down, and I'm faster than most of your other guys too, so good luck stopping him.
He'll be stopped after picking up 5, and boy, did he lower those pads and keep those feet moving. Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on second and 4. They've been running it, but now the pass. Got rid of it just in time.
A really good job by the defense. They got to understand that boy can flop. So when he gets outside the pocket, I got to make sure I'm ready to go get him. You could tell he was still being a passer. He wanted to throw the football. Nice job closing under control, getting a hit on the quarterback, and affecting the throw.
Motion from the back. He's looking to throw. Big hit, knocks the ball away, and it'll force him into a 4th down. And the Gators will bring the punt team onto the field. He'll call for the fair catch and make it at the 14, and they'll be backed up to start this drive. So Florida Atlantic's offense takes the field for the first time in this game. And onto the field for the first time comes Easton Messer. Every time he gets a chance to make a play, the entire stadium holds its breath.
It's pretty amazing when you watch this offense because they're not very talented. They're average, quite honestly, a lot of spots. Except the guy at wide receiver, David. He is elite. And today on offense, everything should go through him.
And when you've got one of those guys, you've got a chance, right? One guy that puts fear in the defense. And I love that we continue to see guys have real success at smaller levels, right? It's not just the power 4. These are guys that end up getting plucked and go to the next level. You can still be a burner and still have that great speed and route running and develop. And this guy has, and he is one of the best players on he actually is the best player on this team, and he is option number 1 for this squad.
they'll snap it from the gun on 3rd down. Makes the grab. Across the 30, out of bounds at the 31-yard line, and they kick-started this drive with that one.
And it's tough on the defense there. 3rd down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
The Owls are in the hurry-up.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry-up, defense has to be ready.
Between the hashes, it's Messer. Good pick up there as he gets the 1st down, and they'll mark him at the 48.
Nice complementary football we're seeing from this team here early. Defense did their job in the opening drive, and now your offense is doing their job too. Really nice throw that time by the quarterback. You've got to love what you're seeing on both sides of the ball if you're this team's head coach.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. They'll ride him again. Might have picked up a couple on that one before he was knocked down. 3rd down, and they'll need to get the ball to the 38-yard line. From the gun, wants to pass. Zings it complete to the right. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a 1st down. Florida Atlantic will go to work with a fresh set of downs.
Hey, man, this is exactly what you want as a play caller. You want to get your quarterback settled, give him some bunnies early to make some plays so he's feeling bulletproof. 4 for 4 to start the game. Yes, please. Offensive coordinator Jesse, I'm giving him an A+ so far for checking those boxes.
Well, he's done a good job getting his quarterback prepped for this one, too, because watching this guy throw the ball, he's making quick decisions, and he's throwing the ball with a lot of conviction. You can tell this guy watched a lot of film. He has the answer.
Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked 1 time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
Coming to the line of scrimmage at the 30. It would be a long field goal, but they'd love to pick up a few here on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. They're all over it. Just gets rid of it to avoid the sack.
We're already in the 1st quarter, but already you get the feeling this could be a long day for this QB. He's already been sacked. He gets hit right there on the incomplete throw. They've got to find a way to do a better job up front of protecting this guy, or it's going to be difficult to put up points.
And here comes the field goal unit. He's got it, showing off that big leg from 47 yards out.
This is a team that really prides themselves on starting fast. We've seen that before, and here they are playing at home today. Nice job on the opening drive. Lots of poise, good emotion. They don't get the touchdown they would have liked, but they kick a nice field goal. They've got the lead. Head coach has to be happy with that.
And no chance at a return. Here they'll start this drive at their own 25. Here comes the Gators offense, ready to go on the attack. They're going to need to get something started, finding themselves in a 3-0 hole. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll start on the ground with Jaden Ball. Going airborne. Breaks into the open. They got him free for a big gainer down to the 43.
And I tell you what, we can focus on the left side of the line of scrimmage because that's where the play starts. But you don't get big gains when you run out wide unless wide receivers, yes, wide receivers, commit to blocking, staying on their guys. Really good job on the outside by giving the running back space to make the big play.
That last play is the kind of thing the offense can really build some momentum on, and now they've got it 1st and 10 outside the 40. Pickup of 5 is now 2nd and 5. You can hand it to him, you can throw it to him. Either way, he's making his presence felt.
Those are your favorite plays, Reese, the him plays, right? They're finding ways to get him the ball because he can make plays, whether it's running or receiving out of the backfield. They're going to continue to highlight this guy.
Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. motion from the wide receiver. Makes the catch, and he's free. Inside the touchdown, Gator. He got loose, and it was lights out after that. He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they pay it off with a strike from 38 yards out. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Owls offense comes out ready to go to work. A little bit of feeling each other out. They're down 7-3 as they open this drive. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. From the gun, it's Bernard. Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on first down. And the Owls racing to the line in the hurry-up. Second down, gonna throw it. Not able to hook up there, incomplete. Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. Third and long, ball's at the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. Under pressure. Out wide right, it's Johnson. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. They think there's room to run to the right here. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. We've reached the break. It's Florida with the lead. One period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter. Went to the running game on first down. Now here they come again. Keep it on the ground. He'll be brought down quickly after a very short game. They'll come to the line at the 42, facing a third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, pressure's coming. And they fail to hook up on third down.
Oof, you got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. Third down, you know, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone, and he tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. They'll move the tight end. Sells the run, looking to pass. Fires to the wideout. Right side, it's Brown. He'll be dragged to the ground, but it'll be a first down.
And I think with Florida, man, it's all about the quarterback position. When it was rolling at its peak, right, it was Jesse Palmer and Tim Tebow. That guy was pretty good, too. But, like, finding that guy that can make the plays, I think bringing in Buster Faulkner is a big deal. They'll have a great offensive identity. But, Palmer, Florida's good when they got the trigger.
Well, the good news is they didn't have to leave the U.S. border to find the next guy like they did way back in the day. But you're right. I think Buster Faulkner really is the key. I thought one of the big moves for John Sumrall in the offseason was bringing in Faulkner as his offensive coordinator. One of the most difficult coordinators to defend. You ask any D coordinator in the country, and he only seems to get the best out of his quarterback. So they had a guy in DJ Lagway. They had really high hopes. Things didn't work out. He moves on to Baylor. But this is a critical spot. How quickly this new quarterback can get on the same page as his play caller, that's critical for their success.
Rush right in his face. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Ball bounced right to him, and he's on the move. The Gators decide to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Looking for room. He gets a block. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. The Owl offense is out there to get this drive underway. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this as a brand new opportunity to go get points.
Yeah, and your defense has set you up for the position to get points right away. Now, let's get this offense back rolling again. Create some momentum. Just get a few first downs, and I'm in scoring position.
Keeps it moving. It's Bernard. Defense all over him. It's amazing how a play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college.
And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Who gives a hoot? The Owls do. It's a touchdown.
This receiver is dangerous because of what he can do after the catch. Once he has the football, he is so good at making defenders miss. You saw it on that play.
And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And they finish with a big play, a touchdown strike from the 46. The returner's going to try to see what he can get. He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one. His return is stopped short of the 25. Play action on first down. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Out wide right, it's Mays. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
And that's a really good throw by this QB, man. Seeing the crossing routes, putting it on his chest so he can keep running across the field, get those yards after the catch. Nice job being on the same page with QB and receiver.
Perfect play call for that big gain to open the drive. Now here they come on 1st and 10. They'll move the wide receiver. Here's a give to ball. Shows him the stiff arm. He stopped just short of midfield. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 48. Let's take a second to look at the big picture for Florida. They've climbed into the top 15, reached a little bit of a checkpoint, haven't they? Playoff is 12 teams. But it's right about this range if people start tuning in to see what you can do, to see if you're the real deal. Isn't that right, David?
Yeah, and cheering against you, right? Like a lot of times because their teams are doing well or competing with you. But let's see this squad.
Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
And it didn't take long for the defense to get home on that play. You see them playing man coverage in the back end, slowing down the routes from the receivers and the rest of the offense. That forced the quarterback to have to hold on to it for just a split second longer, and they were able to get the sack.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Oh, sticks that big mid up there and grabs it. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. The Gators line up to punt it away. He'll try to really get into this one. Maybe one notch of adrenaline too much on the punt there. It hits about a yard deep in the end zone. It'll come out to the 20. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. Got to be smart, patient, great vision, uses all of that to get to the 29. The Owls want to pick up the tempo. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. Line getting set on 2nd down. They give it to him again. They get him on the ground, but it'll be enough to pick up the first down. Moving quickly, trying to rattle the D.
Nice job being physical by this offensive line, getting the first down, and what do they do right away? Right back on the football, ready to run some tempo.
Picked off. What a play to come up with that interception.
Well, the defense came into this one knowing they needed to create takeaways to try to gain as much momentum as they could. Really nice interception on that play. Great job with the eyes by the defender there picking that off.
The snap wants to start the drive with a pass. And he avoids the sack.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. He's going to run it.
I think he did a really good job, first of all, keeping his eyes downfield. You could see he wanted to throw the football. But when it's not there, don't force it. Tuck it down, get some positive yards.
Moving closer to the red zone, it's at the 27 on 1st down. Fresh setter down's going to the air. Got it in the middle, it's Singleton. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. And the Gators will snap it on 1st and 10. Trying to run, it's Ball. He's pulled down after a tough run, gets it to the 6. The defense uses a timeout. That's their first. And now what will they come up with on this 2nd down play? Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. The give to the back. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. Trying to save time on defense, they use their 2nd timeout. And that got under their skin a little bit, having to use the TO after giving up the 1st down. They'll try to run with Ball. Nothing doing. He is stopped short of the goal line. Wanting to stop the clock on defense, they use their 3rd and final timeout. They'll get together to decide how to play this 2nd down. Marches ahead. Touchdown Gators. And they take it in for 6 more points. And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. So they move the ball 37 yards on the drive, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. He'll take the return, trying to get better field position. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Florida Atlantic offense will return to the field. Last drive ended with a pick, but you still have to attack through the air. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Hits inside, it's Bernard. Tackled almost immediately, not a whole lot on that one. The hurry up now, 2nd down, clock ticking.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball.
Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. And he's going to score on the interception. Touchdown, Florida! Effective offense has led the way, but a most effective defensive play there.
No doubt. Putting separation now. This game's starting to get out of hand. Defense making plays like this. Offense continue to score points. Hey, defense wins championships and apparently scores points.
And he puts through the extra point. He'll bring it out. It's Holloway. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Florida Atlantic has the ball back, and the offense will try to put together a drive. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Vaughn. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
Throws to the tight end. Finds his man. It's Johnson. They finally get to him. The what a play there to pick up the 1st down.
And, man, That's a big-time play for this offense. This quarterback, he's put the ball in harm's way. He's already had a couple of interceptions. This ball was kind of a 50-50 ball. Nice to see the receiver make a play and get some yards after the catch. Make a big play for this offense.
Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. Fresh set of downs going up top. Fires to the right. Got his man. Big play for this offense as they get it to the 32. And the Owls come to the line on the heels of that big pass play. Wants to throw one first. Rushes on. He'll get rid of it. Out wide left, it's Johnson. That should be the final play of the first half. As the Gators head for the locker room by the watchful eye, that bull Gator head. Let's check in with Kevin Connors at the hat.
Guys, thanks. Welcome into the Week 11 version of the EA Sports College Football Update Show as we inch closer to bowl season. We begin with the South Carolina Gamecocks taking on the Arkansas Razorbacks.
He'll bring it out. It's Garcia. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Holly, what did you find out coming out of halftime?
Guys, the Florida head coach told me coming out of the locker room, they are really thrilled with how their defense is playing so far. They knew coming in that they had a really tough opponent in the wide receiver on the other team, somebody who could change a game with one route. But their defense has been stout and solid. We'll see if they can continue to do that here as that wide receiver gets the ball here to start the second half. Guys, back to you.
Thanks, Holly.
Love the accurate throw by the quarterback there. Curl route against man coverage. You got to put that right into the body of the wide receiver who's running back towards you. Nice job executing it, and they pick up the first.
Gets the back moving. Drops back on first down. He finds a soft spot in the middle. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
And that's a nice job by this offense. They got to find a way to continue to string good plays together. They've had a few, but they haven't put 3, 4, 5, 6 together, putting a drive like this together. Now, let's go pay this thing off and punch it in the end zone.
The Owls will hustle to the line.
You just got to wonder how frustrated this guy is, especially after the success he had their last game out, but just nothing going in this one. He has not been...
And here's a fumble way behind the line. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
And that is exactly how you draw it up. You get to the quarterback, but you get the football out. You hit him, you try to rake it out. Great job by the defense, getting the sack, getting the fumble.
Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They'll start on the ground with Jaden Ball.
Man, when I can run the football like that on first down and create second and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football.
Gets rid of it. Just barely got rid of it.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
The Gators come to the line trying to find a way to convert on third and very short. That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line.
And that's a welcome sight. Like, this offense has really, really struggled. Bottom 50 in college football in first downs. So they'll take anything they can get. Nice third down conversion. Let's get some positive plays. Keep it third and short. Find a way to get this offense on an upward trajectory, because so far this season, they've really struggled.
Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
Wants to go up top on 2nd down. On the move, he fires. Right side, it's Brown. He'll be stopped, but not before he carries chase it down to the 9-yard line, and that's why you get the ball in the hands of your playmakers.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
And that big gainer on the last one has them ready to go from inside the 10. From the red zone, it's ball. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. It's 2nd and goal.
If at first you don't succeed, try again. I wouldn't be surprised if they just turn around and hand it off to him again here on 2nd.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. No running room at all, and he barely makes it back to the line of scrimmage. It's 3rd and goal. Trying to pick up a 1st down. The play fake. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. Here comes the field goal unit as he'll try to get the 3. It's good. Easy call for the refs. And that lead grows even bigger.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And here's the return. I guess it could have been worse on that return. He goes out of bounds at the 15. Let's check in with Holly Rowe.
Hey guys, checking in from the Florida Atlantic sideline. I can see the coaches imploring their team right now. This has to be a turning point. Turning it over on that last drive, it could get out of hand if they don't make something happen right now. You see the coaches and players coming together to try to get that momentum back. I'll keep you posted on if that swings here in their favor. Back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. Throws to the wideout. Left side, it's Messer. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a 1st down.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come over, getting him the football, making the 1st down, and they like to do this. When they make a 1st down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
Florida Atlantic trying to line up quickly. Second down to the air. He's got it. They pull him down, but he's got enough, and it'll be a 1st down for this offense. This Florida Atlantic offense is moving quickly. Selling the run, but he wants to throw it. Unloads to the wideout. Working the middle. Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35.
And, man, I want to see more of that. Like, I want to see more of this offense being aggressive, taking shots on early downs. It doesn't have to be run, pass. Like,
quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42. Now, after the sack, there is a man still down. Looks as if it's their senior quarterback who's down on the play, and that is a guy they can ill afford to lose. We'll have Holly check on his condition shortly. And the Owls with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Out wide right, it's Henry. There he goes. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be 1st down. Rides the option, he keeps it. Knocked down in the backfield, 2 yards behind the line. Not many hiccups on this drive, but it's 2nd and 13 now.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this, in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
This game is all but officially a wrap as we take a look at the top 25. Late in the season, time running short if teams want to make their move in the rankings. One more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. After swapping into the field, they gave him a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on third down. Churns into the pile. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
Yeah, in this offense, listen, we're in warp speed, right? We got to score a bunch of points here. We're down, we're trailing. We got to go fast, but we also got to get first downs. And that's a nice job sneaking in the run, getting the first down, and now we crank the tempo back up.
He's looking to throw. Touchdown, Owls! Right on the money, and he makes the grab in the end zone. Old Uncle Mo has changed sidelines.
Look out, brother. Here's what happens, right? Something happens, get you close in the ball game. The defense needs to come out here, get a stop, get that ball back to the offense. Oh, Uncle Mo on your side.
Lining up for the PAT. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. So a drive there of 85 yards. And they finish it up with a 3-yard scoring toss. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Here comes the Gators offense, ready to go on the attack. That last score the defense allowed made it a one-possession game, and there is plenty of pressure to have a productive drive here. They'll start on the ground with Jaden Ball. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football, and the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
On the stop.
This is an area of the game. On offense, you've got to be able to run the football well. You've got the lead in the fourth quarter, and obviously you're in your own end here, but you want to bleed the clock. You want to stay on the field and keep getting first down, so you have to be able to run it.
It's third down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. Sends it back in motion. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Right side, it's Pryor. Makes a grab and room to run. He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44.
Well, this defense has given up some big plays in this game so far, but they've got a lot of talent on that side of the football. Someone has to step up here, make a play, get a stop, and put their team in a position to win.
The Gators will line it up on 1st and 10. Running inside, it's Pryor, and he's brought down after a short gain.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead. The offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football, so he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Wide receiver comes in motion. Just feeds the running back. Hit and stopped right there. Not much on that pickup.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Look out! Out wide right, it's Singleton. Finds a crease at the 20. He'll be pulled down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line as they play a little pitch, catch, and run. And that big gainer on the last one has them threatening from inside the 10. Driving forward, it's Ball. Touchdown, Florida! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They're now in really good shape to get back into the win column as they extend the lead here late.
And, man, a lot of times late in games, you see offenses, they get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, man. The offense continues to do what they do, and they take the 2-score lead in the fourth quarter, everything going in their direction.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. Fielded in the end zone. It's Garcia. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Let's see what Holly Rowe has for us on the sideline.
Here on the Owls sideline, I can see developing situation with their quarterback and the coaches. Their QB has struggled here today with the turnovers, and there's a lot of conversation. They're showing him those mistakes on the film, trying to get him to see what he's missing. They want to get some confidence built back up in this quarterback, but right now he's shaking his head like, I've got this, I've got this. We'll see if he really does here to take the field. Guys, back to you.
And he is snowed under, sacked at the 7. The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop him right here. Here comes the heat. Has to throw it away on 3rd down. Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. Snapped it, and he has to have it. Fires to the wideout. And he's brought down, but he picks up the 1st down, and the gamble pays off. Florida Atlantic gets to the line quickly.
Hey, I got to be honest. I don't know if the defense was expecting that type of throw on 4th down. It looked like they were all huddled close to the line of scrimmage, looking for something in the quick game, but instead the quarterback takes a shot vertically down the field, catches the defense off guard.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. Wants to pass. He's going to let it go. Swatted away and broken up. A great play there by the DB.
I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the fourth quarter, and you're just trying to take a shot and see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. But the problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing coverage, and they're doing a good job on the back end. Nice job forcing the incompletion.
That's another example of just really good football. This is why they've built the lead here in the second half. Nice job pressuring the quarterback, making him feel uncomfortable, coming into somebody else's building and keeping it really, really quiet.
Throws to the wideout. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42. And now this offense is clicking.
Man, another 4th down conversion. We've seen a couple of those now on this drive, David. The defense, they just need one stop. Someone's got to step up and make a play. And on this drive, they just haven't been able to do it.
And you can put it away late in the game, get that 4th down stop. Obviously, you're feeling really good about winning the football game, but this is why people go for it so much more nowadays, man. That extra down, that extra opportunity makes it easier for the offense to function, and that's several in a row. This offense making 4th down look easy.
The Owls with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Looking to throw again. Got it in the middle. It's Henry. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running.
Man, it's players over plays, isn't it? Like, find your guys, find your matchups. They keep finding him on this drive, and he keeps delivering. That's a really good job by the play caller. Don't try to get tricky. Don't try to outsmart yourself. Your guy is better than his guys.
Well, the windows right now to throw into are getting smaller and smaller. How about the defender that time breaking on the ball? It was the hit that caused the incompletion.
Long drive continues as the offense keeps working the ball down the field. Wide receiver going in motion. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. With the catch, it's Garcia. Now the offense wants to make sure everything's straightened out, and they call their first timeout. The brain trust getting thoughts together for this big third down coming up. Ball's at the 26. It's 3rd and short, and they'd love to pick up the first down and avoid settling for the field goal. Extending the play. He's knocked down, short gain, maybe a pickup of 3. That defense rallied to the ball in a hurry.
And how about the awareness by this guy on 3rd down, a scramble play. Everything's breaking down, but he never panics and also knows exactly where he needs to get to pick up that first down. It's 3rd. I can't slide early. I can't run out of bounds. I'm probably going to have to put my body on the line here and take a big hit and risk that to get this first. That's a big-time leadership play by the quarterback.
A shot toward the end zone. And it's caught for the late touchdown. So how about this? Maybe we are set up for a finish.
And man, oh man, I don't know how you leave that guy open for the touchdown. Like some kind of miscommunication on the defense. He has had a big day. He's a go-to guy. Palmer, I don't know what you saw with your quarterback eyes, but it looked like a bust by the defense.
Yeah, and that's inexcusable by this defense because this guy's already burned you in this game. He's lighting you up. If there's anybody that you got to be aware of, if there's one player that you have to know where he's lined up every single play, it's him. So for the defense to allow him to be that wide open on that play at this point of the game, no bueno on D. Well, here in the 4th quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
Handoff for Ball. Might have picked up a couple on that one before he was knocked down. Trying to save time on defense, they use their 2nd timeout. And now what will they come up with on this 2nd down play? You got to believe they just want to run it, take care of the football, and keep that clock moving on 2nd and 9. They bring him down behind the line of scrimmage, and now he'll have to go back to work to get over 100 yards again for the day.
And that's exactly what you would expect from this offense. Listen, when you're in that 1 to 2 minute range and you got the football and you got a lead, it's smash mouth, it's keep that clock running, it's ground game. So interesting now on this 3rd down what they do next, but we got to keep that clock moving.
And they get to him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 2.
Well, you got to wonder about the play call there. 3rd and long, hoping to catch the defense off guard, napping, but they weren't fooled. They made a play, got the tackle for loss. Now you've got 4th in California.
Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. And the Gators will try to pin them back with the punt. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Making his first move. Cover guys do their job, and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. So here comes the Florida Atlantic offense ready to go to work. Time's running out, Jesse. They're in a world of trouble, but as long as you've got a few ticks, there's a chance.
And they've got a quarterback, David. Just going to have to come down to some good old-fashioned heroics, right? Can't take a sack. You're going to have to buy time.
Oh, it's a fumble. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. How about this defense slamming the door shut with a fumble recovery, and the offense should be able to run out the clock from here.
And that's a tough one to swallow, man. You got yourself in a position where you can go tie this football game. You're in a good spot. You're trying to move the ball down the field. Guys trying to make a play. Fumbles the football. Now, you got to beg for the defense to somehow give you one more opportunity.
Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. It's one thing to execute early in the game. Tight ball game, right at the end. You need the clutch plays. These guys deliver.
And you can't teach that gene. You have people that can focus in the moment or they can't. Great job by the team, staying focused, understanding it's a close battle, win those one play at a time, and then look up, and then, heck, I got the win.
Yeah, David, they just had ice in their veins, and you can